Hello. So I know that it's like 11:15 at night, and not a lot of people are probably going to be on Facebook. You might be, I don't know, but I've had a lot of my mama friends asking about this recipe for cookies that I've been talking about, because I've been telling it to anybody I know who breastfeeds. So I thought it would be a good idea to just get on and kind of show you guys how I make them. So if you're catching the replay, which usually only people who catch the replay are going to be watching right now, hashtag replay. If you want, I probably will like post the measurements for everything for this. I'll go back and like edit the description for the video, and tell you guys exactly how much of everything goes in it, so you don't have to like write it down. Hey Lauren, I'm making cookies. You need to, I'll send you this. I'll make sure I send you this, but I'm going to go back and put the, like quantities of how much is in all of this so that it's easy for you to make them. And they're so good. And they're actually pretty healthy. But, so I've got everything out, so hopefully it won't take forever. But, first I'm going to do 3 cups of rolled oats. So I just have this big huge thing of oatmeal, and I literally just get like Great Value brand, like, and then I've got measuring cups, so I'm going to do 3 of these, and I'm going to spill it everywhere. I spill it every time, and I just put them in a big bowl. So I'm going to do all of my dry ingredients first in this bowl, and then I'll move on to all my wet ingredients on the stove. And you don't have to bake these. These are no bake cookies, and they're delicious. Okay, so 3 cups of rolled oats, and I always do my dry ingredients first because some of the measurements are the same for like different things, and if you do one of the wet ingredients like honey or peanut butter and you put it in a cup thing and then you try to do it again, you're gonna have to wash it, and I'm lazy and I only want to wash it once, so, and it takes less time to do it like that. So there's my oats, and then I'm going to do my flaxseed. This is the kind I've got. I need a 1/4 cup of flaxseed, and flaxseed is really actually good for you. So these are one of the healthier things I've seen, or one of the healthier recipes I've seen for these. So if you're trying to lose weight after baby, they're actually one of the healthier ones. So a 1/4 cup of flaxseed, I just dump it on top. And then I'll try to get all of them. I'm gonna try not to make a whole bunch of noise because I feel like it'll be really loud on this video. Okay. And 2 teaspoons of brewer's yeast. So I looked for this in the grocery store everywhere. Make sure you get debittered brewer's yeast. But I ended up just ordering it off of Amazon. And I think it was like $10. It wasn't bad, and it's a big thing, and I only use 2 teaspoons at a time, so it works pretty well. So, or I'm sorry, tablespoons of brewer's yeast. Why am I like, I don't know, to be perfectly honest. I just got done nursing Anna, and I was like, oh crap, I think I have like 2 more cookies left. And I was like, well, I might as well go ahead and bake some, or make some, so that they can like firm up overnight. That way I'll probably eat my last 2 tomorrow. And this way I won't have to do it tomorrow. I'll already be done and I'll be able to eat them. I like to eat them with coffee. They're chocolate and peanut butter, so I like to eat them with coffee. So dump my brewer's yeast on top. And then 1/4 teaspoon of salt. So I literally just grab my little shaker and take the top off. And scoop out 1/4 teaspoon. Why are you awake, Lauren? I hope you're not still nauseous. I know you said that that had come back and you were miserable again. And so that freaking sucks. Okay. So salt, and then 1/3 cup of cocoa. So I just have Kroger brand baking cocoa. 1/3 cup. And I pop that into, I think that's all the dry ingredients. Yeah. Okay, so then you slept all day. I'm sorry that you're not feeling good again. That really sucks. You have, are you still taking some Zofran for your nausea? Okay, so I just take a big spoon and I just mix all that up really well. I make sure I get all the big like chunks of that cocoa powder. And I just try to make sure I get it all mixed. Try to get all my oats covered with my cocoa. Okay, and then I'm just gonna set that to the side. And okay, so now I have a pot. And I'm gonna put it on about medium heat. And I'm gonna start adding all of my wet ingredients and letting them melt together. And so I add them while the pot is hot. So let's see, I need 3/4 of a cup of honey. So, I don't know where my fork is. Okay, this is why I do all my dry ingredients first. So, I'm almost out of this little jar, but I like to use everything as much as I can. So, hopefully it won't take forever to come out. I use raw honey just because it's a little bit better for you, in my opinion. They tell you not to eat raw honey when you're pregnant. I did. But that is kind of an individual thing that you should decide. But when you're breastfeeding, all of those restrictions of stuff that you couldn't eat, from what I understand, completely goes away. But I use raw honey. Okay, so I've smarted up and got a squeeze bottle for my honey now, so it's going to be way easier to do this, because both of the ones that I had before were jars. So I'm just getting all my honey. The only way I could get my phone to like set up in my kitchen was exactly where it's at, like, and look decent, and my phone's dying, so that's not good. Hey babe,
yeah,
will you grab me a phone charger?
yeah.
I'm sure you're having a lot of fun just staring at me, aren't you? Okay. So I like to put it on medium heat just because it gets it melted faster and it takes less time to do it. But you have to be careful because you don't want it to, I don't want this to leak all over my trash can, so you don't want it to burn. Thank you. So since I'm doing this video, I think I'm going to turn it down a little bit because I'm talking to, hey Kristen, are you still breastfeeding, Kristen? I'm not sure if you are or not. I know that you did, but I can't remember if you said that you were still doing it. Okay, sorry, I'm gonna plug up my phone so that it doesn't die. And I'm gonna hope that it's charging. Okay. I don't know, there's no way for me to see. Aw, well, what are you doing? Surprise guest appearance from Anna.
She's the star of the show.
I turned around and Drew was like holding her over the stove, trying to like Scared me. But this will be good for next time, Kristen. Or, you know, I've seen people, thank you. I've seen people who have been able to like restart the lactation process. I can't remember how old your little girl is, but I don't know if it would be worth it to try and restart the process for you if you wanted to. But apparently that is a thing. So, okay. So it's 3/4 cup of honey. I use raw honey. And 2/3 a cup of peanut butter. So I'm going to get this one that I got my cocoa powder with. And I'm just going to use the same spoon that I use for my honey, because I don't really care. We really, for the most part, I only really use this peanut butter for these cookies. So alright, but I get a crap ton. So I like extra peanut buttery cookies. She drinks whole milk. Oh, okay, so she's a big girl. Oh, hey Tori, it didn't tell me that you were on here. That's weird. Tori, these might help with you. I know you had said before that you wanted to maybe try and get your lactation process going again. So maybe you could try these. They might help. And they're good. They're just so good. I seriously, even after I get done, I'm so happy that it's peanut butter and so it won't spill. But I totally dropped that. Even after I stop breastfeeding, I will probably still eat these. My mom eats like a version of these that she found at Walmart a million years ago. And every time I like eat them, they remind me of them. I'm trying not to burn my counter. But if I do that while it's on the stove, it's going to be so loud. Okay. So it's a good bit of peanut butter. But that also helps you get like some protein and some calories in, because I don't know if I'm the only breastfeeding mom. I feel like I'm probably not the only one who struggles to try and make sure that I like eat enough during the day. Was that 3? Did I do 3? I don't remember. When I dropped my peanut butter, I got it all over myself. I think that was 3. We're just going to go with yes. It looks like a good amount. Okay. So that is still melting. I'm sorry. Go get some of those Oreos that Tyler was eating the other night when he woke you up. Just eat all of his Oreos. I've had a hankering for deep fried Oreos here lately, and that's been my life. I haven't eaten them. I'm trying not to. But, you know, it is what it is. Alright. So, I'm going to use this spoon. I'm just going to rinse it off, because now I'm dipping in my coconut oil, and I use that to cook other things. So, okay. I've got my coconut oil. The struggle is real. Keep in mind that when you're pregnant, you can get away with pretty much eating whatever you want, whenever you want. And it's probably the one time that you could wake Tyler up in the middle of the night and be like, I want this. And he'll probably go get it for you. Just throwing that out there. You better use that while you can. Alright. So this is a half a cup. Yeah, half a cup coconut oil. So, got that in there. And then I just dump it in. And I'm really trying not to like, there we go. I feel like it's probably really, really loud on y'all's phones if you're watching on a phone. Alright. And then the last ingredient is 1.5 teaspoons of vanilla extract. So I'm just going to toss that in to my little pot. Now I'm going to put it back on the stove and stir it until it melts. So once you get everything in, you want to just kind of keep stirring it until it all melts. And as soon as it melts, you're going to throw your little oat mixture in there. I feel you. I kind of feel bad because Drew's up right now, which he would, if I wasn't on here, he wouldn't be asleep anyways, but he's trying to keep her from like squalling while I'm over here. But I just fed her, and so I figured it would be a good time to do it because also because I just randomly thought about doing it. Hey Devin, here's something for you to keep in the back of your head for one day. Or really, to be honest, if you wanted to make these, you could make them and you don't have to do lactation. You could just not do the flaxseed and the brewer's yeast, because those are, like, oatmeal is good for lactation, but those are the other two things that are supposed to be, like, good for that. Flaxseed's really good for you, too, in general, if you just want some, like, healthy cookies. But you can omit the brewer's yeast, and they're still just, like, bomb cookies. Drew eats these, too. He helps me eat my lactation cookies. I'll have, like, 12 or 13 of them. And then a couple days later, I'll have had like a couple, and they're like half gone. Aren't they good, babe?
Delicious.
They're delicious. Alright, so I got that all melted. I'm going to try and move this without like... Okay. Alright. Yeah. Okay. So I've got it all melted. There's not any lumps in it. And I'm just going to take this and start slowly kind of stirring it in. You don't want to just dump it all in because then it's really hard to kind of get everything coated in the liquid. So, and I said at the beginning, you want to do your dry ingredients before you do your liquid ones, just for the sake of not rewashing your measuring cups a million times, and it just makes life easier. I'm all about easy, quick. It takes me, when I'm not talking so much and dropping stuff so much like I tend to do on all of my Facebook Live videos, just be honest, that's who I am. It takes probably 15 minutes total to do this, and then they last about a week if I eat them like I'm supposed to eat them, like I should eat them to help with my production. I make really, really big cookies, so you can get away with probably like 2 a day if you don't like spoon half of it onto your stove. But, you know, it's fine. I also spilled honey and peanut butter all over my counter, so there's that. Let's see. So I make really big ones. I might have some in the fridge, but I'm about to like put them on here. I make pretty big sized ones, so I do about 2 big cookies a day. And I usually eat them when I drink my coffee in the morning because they just go really well with it. So I do 2 a day. I mean, you could probably do more if you wanted to, but that's up to you. See, I'm in a mess. Alright, so then I take wax paper and line my paper. That way you don't have to spray it. It's really not that difficult to clean up, and I just take a big spoonful. And the good thing about this is they're not baking, so they're not gonna get any bigger than however you make them. And I usually just make like these big huge mountains to save on space sideways. So I just like stack more and more on top, however much I need. So, but yeah, I make these huge cookies. I don't know if y'all can see very well how big they are. But, and they don't have to be pretty. They just have to work. But they're so good. And this way, whenever I get a hankering for chocolate, it's something that's going to benefit me and Anna. And they are decently healthy. Because the flaxseed is good for you, brewer's yeast is good for you, peanut butter is good for you. I'm using baking cocoa, which is better than just like regular chocolate. And all that. So, alright, I'm going to try and turn this again. Oh, hey, Brandy. Okay, so this is the finished result. I have all of these, and these will last me a couple of days, about a week, because I don't always eat them every single day, and I don't always eat two, because some days I just don't want anything sweet, which sounds crazy because I'm a huge sweets person, but I don't know. Pregnancy changed my, like, tastes, which is really weird, but so I just take all these and I pop them in the fridge and I let them sit until they get hard. One thing I will say that I kind of learned the hard way is once these get cold, I miss you so much, Brandy. And I'm just really sad because I haven't seen you in like a million years. So that's unacceptable. But once these get cold, they like firm up. And if you take them out of the fridge, they will start to melt. And then they will like go back to this consistency, which sometimes is good to let them melt for a little while and then eat them. But if you leave them out for a very long time, you're going to go to pick it up and it's just going to crumble. So eat them while they're at least semi-cold. And if you transport them anywhere, put them in a cooler or something. I will. We're going to have to get together or something very soon. I'm not sure where you live nowadays, but we'll have to do something about that. But all right, yeah, that's it. Those are super easy, and so I'm just gonna toss these in the fridge. And I mean, I think I usually do this like late at night, and so I don't know exactly how long it would take for them to get like firm enough to take them out and eat, because I usually wait until the next day. Oh, you're not far from me at all. Okay, yeah, we need to do something. We have to do something. I'll message you. And hey, Bethany. Okay, so I said this earlier, but I'm going to go back when I get done and put all the measurements again in the description so that you can see it. And for Bethany, you just got on and I'm like literally done now. But you can go back and rewatch it as soon as I get it posted. But I'm going to go fix all the description, get everything typed out for you guys, and I will save this. I'll save some for you. You can come over and you can eat a cookie. But I'll save this. I'll get it posted, and I will save the video like to the page so that you can go back and look at it. But that's it. They're done. I'm all done, and I'll see you guys next time.